and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Mando Stereo, the world in 3 dimensions. What am I going to talk about in my very special Dinglish language today? Yeah, it's about 3D Blu-rays of classic 3D movies from the golden age of 3D movies in the 1950s. 1953 was that year, and 1954 as well, for 3D movies. And I'm gonna start with this one. This is Man in the Dark. It's a film noir. Twilight Time is the Blu-ray producer. It's a 3,000 pieces limited edition. It's wonderfully restored. It features isolated score track, original theatrical trailer, and lotta entertainment. If you like film noir, then you will like this one. It's about a gangster who's sag schon, he's ripping off his friends. He's vanishing with the money. And then he thinks, well, I don't want to be a gangster anymore, I want to be a good guy. And he hides the money and walks to the surgeon for a brain surgery. And after the brain surgery, he don't remembers where the money is. He don't remembers at all that he ever has been a gangster. He's a good man now. But his friends, the other gangsters, are saying, hey, where did you take our money? And he says, I don't know anything about money. And they say, wow, we're gonna shoot you. And he says, that won't change a thing. Und so geht's immer weiter hin und her. No, this was German gerade. And so it goes from here to there and from there to here. And how the thing ends, watch the movie. It features wonderful views of Los Angeles from 1953. It's the second ever produced feature-length 3D movie. Buona Devil by Arch Oler was the first. And then Columbia took 11 days and cranked down this second ever made Man in the Dark 3D movie, film noir, very good movie. What's this? This is another movie from Twilight Time. It's a limited edition of 3,000 copies per movie, so be fast or they'll be soon sold out. You can play him worldwide. It's an ABC region-free Blu-ray. Just buy it, get it shipped to Germany. By the way, Germany, do you recognize this bridge? Eh? Do you recognize this bridge? This is the Kliniker Brücke. This is where the spies have been exchanged during the Cold War. This is Potsdam and this is Berlin. And this is a very beautiful view. Miss Sadie Thompson, the second Blu-ray from Twilight Time, with Rita Hayworth in a singing hooker role. Rita Hayworth plays an ex-prostitute on her way to some place, and she gets stranded on a Pacific island where US Marines are stationed, and one of the Marines falls in love with her and wants to marry her. But then comes the priest, and the priest says, this woman was a hooker before. And the woman says, oh my God, and the Marine says, go away, you bitch. And so it seems as if they don't come together and live happily ever after, but if you know these kind of movies, they always have a happy ending. Even the priest gets killed. And Miss Rita Hayworth is gonna sing 3 songs, playback, because she could not sing. Another singer was singing their songs, and she's mimicking. Why you should have this movie is the scene when she sings "The Heat Is On." It's in a club, in a GI club. Smoke everywhere, dim lighting, sexy music, and she's dancing with a dress that is almost nothing on her body. And she sings "The Heat Is On," and everybody goes berserk. Features isolated music and effects track, audio commentary and introduction, and so on and so on. 3,000 copies. Well, my friends, the next movie is The Mad Magician. It's a very creepy movie with a Vincent Price in a role of the Mad Magician. The Mad Magician is a man who invents wonderful tricks on stage, but another man gets all the credit and gets famous. And so Vincent Price becomes very angry and thinks by himself, oh Lord, I want to become famous too, and how can I accomplish that? Now, you have to watch this movie to see how he does it. It's a very creepy, a horror-like 3D movie with a rotating buzzsaw that saws off heads and things like that. It's a kind of rip-off of House of Wax. Even the cameraman is the same. And the star also, Vincent Price, has a very beautiful voice to hear, and this is a pleasure to watch. And it's also 2 bonus movies on the Blu-ray. Is here from the 3 Stooges, Curly, Moe and Howard, are playing their joyful tricks in Pardon My Backfire and Spooks. wonderfully restored, isolated music track, audio commentary by film historian David De Valle und Stephen Peros, and a documentary Master of Fright conjuring the mad magician. Get this disc now, 3,000 copies, only a few left. Oh, what's this? Inferno. Inferno in 3D. This is another very, very, very good 3D movie from 1953. It's with Rhonda Red-Hairs Fleming in the title role. She plays a bad woman who betrays her husband with another man. And so they want to get the money from the husband and live happily ever after. So they drive in the desert, kick the man out and go away. And the man lies in the desert and thinks, ha! What have I done to deserve this? And while he's thinking that, he falls off the hill and breaks a leg and the water runs out. So he is really destined to die, and how he manages to take revenge in the end. I will not spoil here. It's filmed on location in the Arizona desert. That makes this movie very special. It features the isolated music track in stereo. A lot of the early 1950 movies have been shown in stereo in the theaters with extra magnetic tape. But they threw the tape away in the early 50s because they thought we don't need it anymore, and so most of the movies only survived with mono soundtrack. But here I see the vaults of 20th Century Fox offered the stereo tracks of the orchestra, and you can watch this movie without language. Just turn the music track on, and this is also very, very good. And also a documentary is on the disc, A New Dimension of Noir, filming Inferno in 3D, because this is a color movie, but it's also some kind of film noir, like The Man in the Dark. And now for the latest Rail Wars Gun Fury with Rock Hudson in the leading role. Rock Hudson, Donna Reed, Phil Carey, Roberta Haynes, and so on and so on. And Lee Marvin in his first, I think, supporting role. He's really a cool player, always leaning around like that. So why shouldn't we come? We could do this and we could do that, and yeah, why'd you do? But he gets killed anyway. I, like most, there's an evil guy and he got a friend. So two evil guys. And the second evil guy, the actor, that's my favorite. How he speaks, how he looks. He looks like the twin brother of Patrick Swayze. So the face like, and he got steel blue eyes, and he looks like this. And he hardly opens his mouth when he's talking. So, where's the horses? We should get the horses right here. Get rid of the woman. Why don't you get rid of the woman? It's wonderful. The movie is about Rock Hudson wants to marry a woman. Rock Hudson comes from there, and the woman comes from there, and they both want to go to California, where Rock Hudson has a ranch. They meet somewhere in Arizona again. In the coach where the bride-to-be is the evil guy and his companion. The evil guy falls in love with the woman and wants to marry the woman. The woman but wants to marry Rock Hudson. And so it gets a little bit complicated with Rock Hudson almost killed in a scene. But if you know these movies, he's just wounded and then he is galloping on his horse to take revenge, collecting a few other guys that want to take revenge too. And in the end of the movie, I think I do not spoil anything if I'm saying they take revenge. It's beautifully photographed. It's psychologically, subtext is wonderful. I'm not a Western fan. I'm a European guy. I like Shakespeare. To be or not to be, that is the question. I don't like horse operas. But this movie I love very much. This is not a horse opera. This is a masterpiece of filmmaking. It's a real discovery. Did I mention each of these Blu-rays contains a booklet? A lot of pages, always written by Julie Kergo, with a lot of details. You get it like this. You can ship it to Germany and put it in your 3D Blu-ray player and watch it in 3D and in 2D as well. 5 titles you can get, all limited to 3,000 copies. It's really great times we're living in if you're a 3D movie fan like I am. And this is why I make this 3D video blog. This time coming to you from Park Babelsberg in Potsdam with a view on the Kliniker Brücke. And this is the Gustav, the old steamship Gustav. I hope you can see it. It's very much fun to take a ride on the Gustav. Take a ride on the Gustav, take a ride, take a ride. Take a ride on the Gustav, take a ride, take a ride. Take a ride on the Gustav, take a ride, take a ride. Take a ride on the Gustav. See you next time.